My name is Reniel Maggot Pangolinan, aka Roby Sutherfield in the UK, and today we're going to talk about why the Nation of Islam, or NOI in acronym, is very dumb at history. Yeah, I think you know the Nation of Islam. So let us share. So let us share the information, shall we? So the Nation of Islam is actually the religious organization which was founded by Wallace Ford Muhammad in the United States of America in 1930. You know, this is the most this is the code that that is very racist to white people, by the way, and this is what um, and this is a black nationalist organization that focuses its attention on African Americans and African diaspora. It claims that Creator God, who it turns Allah in Islam, it took the shape of the black man, and but that he died and has had several mortal successors. I don't know. So let us talk about this the successors in the Nation of Islam. So it teaches that first Allah created black people as the earliest humans, the Arabic speaking tribe of Shabas, who themselves possess inner divinity. Oh, of course, black people were the first humans, right? So white people descended from black people until then. There's a cold area that gives black people pale skin and turns into whites. So what? So white people came from North Africa, not just in Europe, but in North Africa. And you know, it seems to me that it's it's very racist to whites, but actually it's the truth. Whites came from blacks in the first place, but that doesn't mean that oh yeah we're niggers. Oh yeah, black people created more civilization than the whites. No, I mean the younger people will make more advanced technology than the older ones. So, so um, it maintains a scientist named the Cube, then created the white race, lacking their individuality. The whites were intrinsically violent, so overthrew and enslaved the black race. So let's talk about Yakub. So the story of Yakub originated in the writings of Wallace Ford Muhammad, the founder of the Nation of Islam. His doctrinational pamphlet, Lost Found Muslim Lesson Number Two, I guess. It was developed by successor Elijah Muhammad in several writings. Most fully the chapter entitled Making of the Devil in his book Message to the Black Man in America. So what is the book of the Message to the Black Man? So it says that it was first reprinted by UBUS communication system, I suppose. And you know, it talks about Islam, politics, economic, social issues, and the problems of African Americans. So, well, it says that the book also covers his ideology on how he feels the black man can improve himself in America. The book calls for justice under the laws of America or for America to help settle black people in a separate land on of his own, either here or elsewhere. Yeah, I get it. I don't like the Nation of Islam, but I think that black people should create their own business, create their own jobs, have a patriarchal family. Yeah, I'm a Christian deist. I know I adopted the Nation of Islam because they killed Malcolm X in the first place, and you know I'm a Christian deist, not a theist, not an atheist, but a Christian deist. So there's a difference between Orthodox Christianity or Christian deism. So Christian deism means that it has the liberal point of Jesus Christ. It's of Christianity, and Orthodox Christianity is the conservative one. I, I do I do wish that you know to support gay marriage or gay rights, but actually homosexuality, in my opinion, homosexuality became a sin. It's actually an accident because God said that you should not be homosexual because there are many people who will laugh at you. If you kiss the girl, the people will laugh at you. He said, you're really disgusting." Yeah, that was just an accidental sin. Actually, homosexuality is a sin by accident, as I just claimed. I don't think this is right or wrong. It's just my opinion. If you're homosexual, the people will still laugh at you because you're marrying a boy, you're kissing a boy, you're kissing the same sex. God said you should not do that because the people will tease you for this, right? Just Leviticus. That's according to Leviticus 18:22. And actually, homosexuality is still normal. By the way, I doubt the Bible. I disagree with the Bible on homosexuality, and I agree with them on Jesus' teachings. Oh, yeah, the teachings of Jesus are okay in the Bible, but yeah, not homosexuality. Maybe God has a point. Just don't be gay in public. Yeah, if they don't want to bully you for for marrying same sex before, even it's before homosexual, even before homosexuality is a sin. You know, um, the people were discriminating the gays people because yeah, they marry a boy. They would say that he's a soy boy. He's acting like a female. What is this? Yeah, I get it. This is like homosexuality is like an accidental sin, not on purpose. It actually is a sin by accident, not on purpose. By the way, sorry for repeating it again, but let's talk about yeah. That's sorry for different topics, but um, yeah. So Yakub has said had been born in Mecca at the time when 30% of the original black people were dissatisfied. He was the member of the Meccan branch of tribe of Shabazz. Yakub acquired the nickname Big Head because of his unusually large head of his arrogance. At the age of 6, he discovered the law of attraction and repulsion by magnetism made of steel. Yeah, I get the point. Um, this is even the worst Bible verse. No, no, that's on the Quran. Yeah, the Bible verses are good or bad, can be good or bad. As I mentioned on homosexuality, it depends on the scripture. Yeah, I agree with Jesus' teachings. I agree with some of the laws of the Ten Commandments, but I doubt with Timothy 3:12 or Leviticus 18:22. Sorry for being misogynistic. Yeah, yeah, because um, that is the most anti-white. The Bible is not just sexist or homophobic. It's also, as for you Christian men, as for you white Caucasian Christian men, the Bible is also racist to white people sometimes. So the NOI claim that Jacob altered the skin of color of the specific group of humans through selective breeding is similar to the story of Genesis chapter 30 to 37 minus 43, where Jacob alters the full color of the goat and shape in his uncle Laban's flocks. You know, this is really this is this is what's the wo- this is you know as I mentioned, don't don't be offended Christians, but there's a truth about Jacob and as Esau. So Esau is portrayed as a white person, and then Jacob is the bad person. So Jacob is a protagonist. Isaac, no, not Esau is a uh, antagonist. Yeah, I get still the point. Esau is tricking Jacob, while these so-called Jacob's descendants are killing much more people, do crime than the whites do. Than Esau's claimers do. Yeah, the Bible is about all people's book. This is the all men are older than white people. I mean, men are older than women. Um, Black people are the older race than whites. You know, this is even, but the Bible is even old people's books. I still get it. So Jacob was 77 years old. He loved Rachel immediately. Back to Canaan, they made the segregation. Wow, that is really racist. Okay. So, Nation of Islam is it promotes racial prejudice towards white people, anti-Semitism, and anti-LGBT rhetoric. Rhetoric, yeah. So many Muslim critics accuse it of promoting teachings that are not legitimately Islamic. Are you sure about that? Oh, take a look at Sharia law, for example. It's anti-LGBT. You know, this is even the most stupidest claims in Wikipedia. So, it, you know, Muslims do the same thing. These so-called Muslim critics are very hostile towards white people, anti-Semitism, and anti-LGBT related. Yeah, th- are you kidding me? The Nation of Islam is one of the stupidest. This is one of the stupidest organizations I ever met. See that? The Farrakhan, and then see that because the white rice and Yakub didn't exist. I know the Bible is a mythological book, but it's actually some of the teachers were good and bad. And then they still get the Holy Quran. Oh yeah, that's great. But I will teach them the real history on slavery. So white people on slaves, right? So I will type wait. So white people. So wait a minute. Oh yeah. So the Nation of Islam is one of the worst. This is one of the worst. This is one of the worst organizations in the world. They just wanted to um they wanted to read most of the parts of the Bible, not fully enough. Is that very clear, right? Like Adam and Eve, like Moses, you know that Eve ate the apple and then she gave it to Adam from the shade because the serpent told her so, and then she died. You know, you know that is very stupid, but it's actually a kind of a weird story. Sorry for my grammar. Yeah, and then my father said that you need to read the full parts of the Bible, the whole thing, not just part of part. He told me that on Messenger. What did they still thinking? I read the book Bible part to part because of the Nation of Islam. I got uh mostly brainwashed by the Nation of Islam. When I was last year. That, oh my God! Did they you know when when I was 15 years old? Yeah, I still listen to Nation of Islam stories. Uh, Elijah Muhammad is doesn't know his history, really. So let's take a little reason why Nation of Islam is very stupid. So number one, oh yeah. So number one, they don't know the Arabs were enslaved over there. So let's talk about the Arab slave trade, shall we? We should take um. Let's look at the Arab slave trade, shall we? So, the Arab slave trade refers to the various periods in the slave trade that's been carried out under the aspects of Arab people or Arab countries. Examples include trans-Saharan slave trade, Indian Ocean slave trade, Barbary slave trade, slavery in Tunisia, Libya, Sudan, Mauritania, and Yemen. Yeah, yeah. Children to the Nation of Islam. You know what? That that is that is even this is even this is yeah. The Nation of Islam said that you know black people were enslaving whites, and then you still and then they ignore this history. How is like Yakub doing this, huh? How? He's a they are totally douchebags. Just like what Chad Gilbert happened to, just like Chad Gilbert who cheated on Haley Williams, who became an individualist feminist just like Camille Paglia for some reason. Ritos were called individualist feminists too, by the way. So East Africa's forgot the slave trade. Oh, you think what a total crap. Oh yeah, because this is even I researched this. See, Africa's forgotten slave trade. Oh yeah, you know what? You know what? They don't know the real history. Yeah, that's this is even the real history of slavery. So the island of Zanzibar is today considered one of East Africa's best destination. So what is the best destination in East Africa? White sandy beaches, crystal clear waters, and hotels offer tourists from all over the world holiday to remember. I don't think so. So long forgotten is the dark past of an overshadowed this sunny parade 2,000 years ago. The archipelago, which is semi-octopus part of Tanzania, which was regarded as the center of East African slave trade. First, from Eastern Europe to Northern Africa, and second, the roots of slavery in Africa. So back then, Arab Muslims in the North and East Africa sold and captured Africans to the Middle East. There, they work as field workers, teachers or RM guards. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce this RM. So yeah, I thought it's a rap. No, never mind. Which is why the castration of male slaves was common practice. Muslims, on the other hand, including African Muslims, were not allowed to be enslaved according to Islam legal views. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Of course, everybody should not be enslaved. Now look at what happened. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Muhammad had a single. You know what? The story of Prophet Muhammad had a single mother. Muhammad has a single mother, and then he got dumped to the orphanage. Yeah, that's just the story of Muhammad. It's just tragic. I understand why he killed so many Christians and Jews. That's because It's not total bullshit, but he's felt that society is very different for him. Yeah, yeah, that's the story of Muhammad. And in Central East Africa, ethnic groups in Social Diao, Markurai, Marava were fighting against each other in entire peoples and continental trade. People they had captured too long. So of course the native, there's a difference between blacks and the Native Americans. So of course the Native Americans killed each other like them, right? But sometimes, mostly the natives, even after the natives killed each other, they just wanted to farm so many lands, so many corns, so many potato crops, you know. Especially they invented the wheel to make a calendar. No, no offense, Crowder. No offense. I know the natives killed each other again. I know the natives killed each other, but actually they made America agriculturally advanced. That's important to them. But unlike the black people there, they still work hard, and that's why the Native Americans shouldn't be killed by white people in America because these are the real minorities that you should be taken care of. They work. They use the land for agriculture to fish and to hunt, and then the whites just kill them. Now, I'm not trying to be racist to white people, but um, this is why you mess with the wrong minority. The Native Americans are the real people who still own the land to farm, to fish, and to hunt. While you whites killed each other. Yeah, no, why you whites killing them? I'm not racist to you white people, okay? It's still a fact that, there's a big deal. Next time, there's a bigger deal. Send the slaves back to Africa if they're free, and then Native Americans should remain highly populated as whites. How about that? That's a good thing. And these natives were in America were more governed America better than the Americans do. Oh yeah, because they have lower taxes. They are conscious people, according to some comment section in Russell Mead's website. These Native Americans women are getting kidnapped while you're like these Native American women were kidnapped while you're screaming for George Floyd's death, even though he's a criminal. That's why. That's why. Yeah. That's why the slaves should go back to Africa, and then the natives should be populated more as whites, and that's a good thing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm warning you, white people. I'm trying to be anti-white. I'm not trying to be racist on your own race, but this is a warning. This is actually the warning. The natives were really hard workers. I mean, until the female leader came in, most of the matriarchal tribes are legalizing cannibalism, slavery, or rape. Of course, the natives don't want a female leader in the first place, and this is the fact. They were getting killed by whites because because most of the native women had to deal with the white Christians, and that is still the worst thing of all. Yeah, unlike the black people, unlike the black people, these natives are really hardworking farmers. They're they are skilled farmers. They don't need to read or write. They still want to hunt. They still want to fish. They don't need the school indoctrination, right? They are friendly. These are friendly people I met. No, just kidding. I don't mean Native Americans, but actually, the black people are in the lower ground, and that's why even though the natives Iroquois Confederacy created a U.S. Constitution matriarchally, they still think that blacks were treated fit in the U.S. of citizenship in the U.S. because they will screw up the country. You know, they have too much matriarchy than the natives. No, but at least the Native Americans, their matriarchal society is more patriarchal than that. That that is that is the word. That's the reason why I cannot go on the black Africans. The black Africans. Perhaps we should swap the black Africans to the non-Hispanic people in America. Yeah, the natives in America were really smart. They're really smart that they don't need to read and write. Oh yeah, they just invented a way to have a color to hunt, fish, and farm. That's the important things on Native American culture. So now you know why the Nation of Islam is you know is stupid because see they don't these are starving people. Black Muslims usually starve so many other blacks. Well, the NOI is discriminating the whites, right? Every time wait a minute. So every time the Native American people are really smart people, you know, the non-Hispanic Native American people are really smart people. The Nation of Islam or the black people are really dumbed down. No, because of their skin color, not because of their skin color or race, but because of their culture. Their culture is dumb. Yeah, if they do, if blacks don't want to be segregated, they should to change the tradition. All right, if you want to integrate with other society, then you must follow it. That's the one rule on civilization, right? On civilization. Wait, there you go. But actually, these so-called black people there are really just dumbed down. Yeah, they don't know what to think. They don't want to do. They just blame the whites for everything. Yeah, yeah. I don't know this, but actually, in my opinion, the blacks should depend on themselves. Yeah, I agree with the Nation of Islam on one thing. Black people should depend on themselves, not on everybody else. That's true. That is still true. And the black people should learn how to rebuild their society, rebuild their own egotistical societies. Not don't blame it. Do not blame it on whites. All right, the black people should not be blaming everything on whites. That would be bullshit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, I'm not trying to be Malcolm X, but actually, it's a fact. I'm actually Christian beast. I know that everybody has so many problems. I'm here to help you, black people. Depend on yourself and not everybody else. All right, change your culture first. If you don't want to be segregated, if you don't want to be segregated by the whites, then just change your culture for a minute. Even Joe Biden is right. You know, I love to vote for Joe Biden, but only when he's like his younger age. He said that I don't want to live with the kids in the racial jungle. I don't want kids to live in the racial jungle. Yeah, yeah. I get the point of Biden. What Biden said it means that I don't want people with different cultures interact with each other. That's so stupid. Unless it's nice. Unless the culture is very nice, you cannot integrate to other cultures. Oh yeah, the Britain replaced the Celts. Britain replaced the Celts with the blacks, and then the natives were replaced by blacks. The natives were replaced with blacks by whites. The natives were getting killed. Native women were getting killed while the criminals were still praised. Yeah, in BLM. These Native Americans are killing, are getting killed by some stranger, no matter the race. All right. Look, it doesn't sound very dumb, but these women in Native American societies are getting kidnapped. Look, the government will still help them. Yeah, yeah, because in the Nation of Islam, they still blame on the whites. Yeah, that's the worst, and that's the worst part of the moment in American history as such. Because you blame whites on everything, right? So you better start separating yourself just for a good cause. All right. So thanks for great. Thanks for thanks for thanks for watching this video, guys, and I hope you enjoy. Bye.